Guess what? I love you guys. And this is gonna be a short one. You know why? Because Daddy's really excited. Today marks my first time I get to witness a independent wrestling program firsthand as a person of I wouldn't say interest or involvement necessary. I helped set up the ring last night, which was my first time ever doing that, and it's awesome. Um, I got to be inside the wrestling ring, and the mats are not as forgiving as they look like on TV. I don't know how those guys do it. I have much more respect for them because, yeah, um, it's not as yeah. All the people out there who think, oh well, I could take it. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna put it away. It reminds me of when I used to be in PE classes as a little boy, probably, and you guys have realized this when you're older. Probably when you're like 7, 8, 9 years old, you have those tumble mats where you can do the cartwheels and you flop on them, and it's about as thin as a real wrestling mat. If you ever seen a high school wrestling match where they have the mats laid out, that's about how much give the ring seems to have. I mean, a little bit more because a little bit more spring to it, but not much. Um, it's something you gotta get used to. I guarantee you that. But it was just so cool. That's why I said, this is my first time. I've been in a ring before. I was in a boxing ring when I was probably 3, 4 years old. I remember it because I got popped in the face pretty good by this kid that's like twice my age, and I ran crying back to my mama. I ain't gonna lie, my mom ran in the ring. You get your hands off my boy! But my mom used to be a boxing promoter, your grandma, so that was a little bit different. But I was in the ring last night and I set up the ropes, the guard rail, the you name it, everything there. I had at least minimal involvement in hooking it up. This is my first time, so I ain't directing no one, I ain't telling what to do, and I don't want to tell no one what to do. This is a situation where I'm all about being the student. I'm not going to be Mr. Miyagi 20 years later. I don't want. I still feel I have a. It's not hard setting it up, but I still feel I have a lot to learn because the great thing about this is, that these guys who are these athletes who are about to go in there today depend on us setting it up right. They depend on us making sure that they're safe and that they can continue to use the tools of their trade to hone their craft and get better. And they can only do that in a safe environment. I mean, one mistake by us, we don't make sure something's lined up right, the rope ain't right, and we could have someone lose their career right then and there. And before it ever got really going. And so a lot of people look at the independent leagues as like the minor leagues, and it is in a way. You gotta cut your teeth somewhere. You ain't gonna just jump out there in center stage of the WWE or AEW now. Yes, I give you props, AEW. Woo, AEW baby, all elite wrestling. You just can't jump out there like that. So, and that's what's great about it. The guys told me that some of the people who have been in the same building that I've been in, Charlie Haas, a lot of people might not remember him, but he had his heyday with Sheldon Benjamin back in the day. They were tag team champs for a while, and they were hanging out with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase, and when Legacy was around, the new well, yeah, Legacy was around, the older Legacy. I don't think they've done it since then. They probably redid it. But, oh no, man, it's just crazy. And who else was in? They said Eugene from the old days of WWE was supposed to be Eric Bischoff's special cousin, um, and special needs. So but Eugene was amazing. He's he's one of the most entertaining wrestlers I've ever watched. Beyond. He's right around a little bit above what Santiago Mariella, whatever his name was, um, as in entertaining. And I think only people like The Rock were able to get louder crowd pops back then when he first came out. Eugene was a unique guy. Doink was there, one of the Doinks. There's been like 17 Doinks, I think. So, but it's cool. And then Jinder Mahal, he's been WWE champ a couple times. He was there, Mr. Turban himself, the Turbinator. And then the biggest name that still blows my mind is just awesome. And this is the coolest part about this, boys. Your sister Athena. There's a wrestler in the WWE right now who went by the name Athena when she wrestled in this same town of Sherman, Texas, the town where you guys lived, where hopefully you will grow up. Your sister already had a wrestler who wrestled in this building named Athena, who went out to WWE to become Ember Moon. That is just crazy. I didn't know her what her previous wrestling performance or name personas was Athena, spelled the same way and everything. What is the chances of that? We moved down here after 3 or 4 years of talking about it, thinking it's never going to happen. We get down here, circumstances puts us in Farmers Branch because we're slowly, going through money. We can't find a place to live. We live in this horrible place for a long time. I post an ad on Craigslist looking to see if anyone can help me find a place. I run into a real estate guy named Bill, great guy. I run into him, which I didn't so I talk to no agents at all. He tells me about this place that's brand new that no one's ever lived in out in Sherman, Texas. We barely can pay the rent the other place. We get here, they tell us it's gonna be a half month extra deposit. So we scrounge up the money and everything works out, and we really have $200 left, and we end up moving out here and living in this house, which is less than 10 minutes away from that place. And here's the kicker: when you guys were taken, we thought we were gonna lose everything. We were almost $2,000 in debt. Thought we were gonna lose the home. Thought we didn't have the car. Nothing going right. And somehow here we are again. Like I said, this is what's crazy about less is more. LIM. If it was for all them circumstances lining up the way they did, I wouldn't have been here yesterday to find out that Athena had already wrestled in that building. That is just crazy. What is the chances of all that lining up? There ain't no chances unless God does it. Ain't no chances. This is all foretold, and it just gives me that much more confidence that when I say I know the outcome of all this, I know the outcome of all this, boys. And it's just amazing. It just blows my mind. I mean, here I am tonight. I get a chance to stand in front of the dozens and dozens of wrestling fans, but it's amazing. I don't need millions and millions. I need just dozens and dozens of seeing these guys. And if all that weirdness has lined up to put me here, all the stars aligned, put me here, who knows what might come out of this? Diamond Dallas Page didn't get his glory until his 40s. That's what he has mainstream. I'm not make sure you understand this, boys. Daddy never wants to be in the ring getting beat up. Okay. No, no, no. Daddy always had a dream of being a manager. And if people can get their prominence, Mr. Fuji was old when I finally saw him. He wrestled before. I understand that. Everybody named me Bobby the Weasel, Jimmy Mouth the South. All these guys wrestled at some point. I'm not stupid. I know the history, but I know their main heyday when everybody, my generation, knew who they were. They were already in their 40s and 50s, and they were managers, not in the ring. But anyways, this is just so cool. So I just want to share with you guys. Today is gonna be an interesting day. I still gotta work in the morning, which sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And but I get a chance to to watch and witness guys who might one day be someone. Not someone as in saying they're nobody now. I'm saying someone who might be someone in the WWE. Sorry, I had a little bit of burp. I've been eating I ate breakfast, so that's why I paused there. But no, someone who might be someone in WWE one day. Someone might be someone in AEW. Someone who might run for mayor, governor. I mean, there's been former wrestlers who've done all kinds of stuff. It's just it's crazy how life can change. Less is more. We went from pretty much. I mean, like I say, if we lost everything, we would not have been here for this. We've been back in Washington, and somehow it's just, oh, I can't put it in words. Well, I tried, but I still can't. The feeling I'm feeling is amazing. But I'm cutting it short 10 minutes because I don't want to be too long. But yeah, Daddy's first time in the wrestling ring was yesterday. And Daddy's first time as part of the show is today. Woo! Woo!